Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I'm your host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Younger Bro.
And today we continue in not knowing when this game is going to end.
And the Lily of the Valor, okay.
Yeah. All we know is that it says it's an hour and a half, and it could be ending any moment now.
Yeah, I don't think I read this line right here. I remember, though she tried to keep a brave face on, laugh, tell jokes.
Who? Oh, the mother.
Oh, the mother.
Yeah.
During the hour-long journey back home, my mother started to cry. She had crippling depression.
No, that's just the rain. It's not even.
Wait, that's just the next chapter. Okay.
First meeting with who?
There's some first meeting
with who?
There's somebody standing on a small outcrop.
Oh, motherfucker! This is the start of the game. That was the prologue. Now you're meeting the main character. Okay. Or the main girl.
Clusters of dark green trees and a wide open expanse of grass framed by the gentle curve of a road can be seen in the distance. Yeah. I start surprised. I've never seen anyone else here before.
You haven't been here much before.
In my rebellious teenage years, when I was jaded and melancholy...
Hold on, that implies you aren't both those things now.
Okay, I often went here.
Came here. Whatever.
Yeah. I say rebellious, but as I lived in a small Welsh village, there wasn't a whole lot I could actually do rebellion-wise. There were certainly no clubs. Never, emphasis on club, working at the club.
There isn't one.
And only one pub network. Trying to
steal. Or, like, get alcohol.
Trying to get alcohol underage would have been possible impossible when Roy behind the counter was well acquainted with my name, face, and age, being a member of the neighborhood watch alongside my parents. The only thing I could do was walk, and so I did. Walk. On sunshine. I was always going for long, ambling strolls with no particular aim or purpose, thinking brood thoughts, mostly...
I am brooding!
I am such a brooding character, though I didn't express this trait until now. They were about...
Who?
I think this is a name. Imogen Parker, and why wouldn't she go out with me? That was about it.
Maybe because she doesn't like you.
Yeah, if that's a name, I've never heard someone named Imogen. Like, that's something. I've already grown out of my self-obsessed Jack...
No idea. Correct.
We're
not British! Who the fuck are these people?
Phased by the time Hazel was born. I'm guessing these are his love interests.
No, I think this guy is someone famous that only someone in England would know.
And I stopped going for walks. I keep my brooding slowly inside my head now.
Solely.
Sorry. Okay. And yet, for some reason... Maybe nostalgia or maybe some lingering sense of teenage entitlement that still hasn't faded away. I thought this place would be the same as before, completely isolated except for me and the birds.
It's a fucking field.
Also, I like how he's overly explaining this stuff and we haven't really got into anything about who's in this shot. Like, I click my tongue against the roof of my mouth and shake my head. Okay. I must sound like a territorial dog pissing around.
Lamppost.
Oh, lamppost.
It's an L.
I thought they literally fucked it up.
No, it's
but I am post.
Yeah, lamppost.
Okay, lamppost, because it's not an I, that's an L.
Well, neither is this I. So.
That is the same character.
Yeah, would you believe this is why a lot of people don't like the fact that capital I and lowercase L are the same fucking thing.
And dustbins. It's been almost 20 years. Why can't this girl come
Which
here.
girl? Who?
What girl? I think he's remembering girl. The girl looks like little... What? Girl looks a little like Imogen Parker, actually. She has the same pale blonde hair, the same slender limbs. Okay, so he was talking about Imogen Parker, and I guess comparing this girl to her.
Yeah, this is now probably her daughter.
I wonder how old she is. She looks about 14, 15, I don't know. I can't tell. Hey, can't see her face. And then the dust clears. I guess I should get going. If this girl has Did that just change color?
It got a little bit darker.
Yeah. If this girl has appropriated my old brooding spot, I have no business hanging around here. It would look suspect anyway. A 34-year-old man like me talking to such a young girl.
Would it?
Would it though? I used to be that age once. Imogen and I fancied her back then. I still fancy her now. She was only 14, so was I. But I'm not 14 anymore. I've already started walking away when...
Hello, mister?
She has like a grumbly voice.
I'm sorry, would you like a different voice?
Anyway, I hear a voice, soft and gentle, not old and grumbly, definitely feminine,
well, to be
not
fair,
male.
I was trying to sound like an 8-year-old girl,
yeah,
to be fair.
The girl.
Hey, mister.
Hold on, I need to see what she originally looked like.
That looks so terrible.
Yeah, let me see old. Let me see old. That's better!
Okay, you know what? I will admit this. I think this art does look a bit better than the current art. Now, I want to make clear. I think it's less refined.
But she looks...
And also, her eye is fucking as big as her ear.
Like, she looks like
look,
the mother
here's
from
how big
Sun
her
and
ear
Moon.
is. Here's how big her eye is. They're the same damn size. Compare your ear to your eyeball.
Regardless, like, she looks like the mother from Sun and Moon.
Like, what I'll say is this. It makes sense. I think this is a better design.
But then we switched to the new design, and then...
Oh,
no.
God.
No.
So, let me be clear.
This
artist,
is too real.
Whatever artist did this, your art style has significantly improved. However, your facial features still suck.
Need some work.
At least you got the eyeballs looking a bit more reasonable.
Or realistic, just... I don't know.
Honestly, I think they're still too big.
Yeah, something
can't tell.
Needs to be
Something's
worked
wrong
on.
here.
Yeah. I just can't look her in the face. Like, the rest of her looks fine. It's just the face.
Yep.
Look back over I look back over my shoulder. My eyes meet hers. Wow. They're light blue. That looks like purple. Not like Imogen's then. Her eyes were dark green. Well, of course, her eyes don't look like Imogen's. They're not the same person.
Yes, very clearly.
I'm being stupid.
Yes.
What is it, miss? Miss, I wince inwardly. I sound like I'm in secondary school again, addressing a teacher. Either that or trying to chat her up. I hope it doesn't sound like that. Am I being too...
Smarmy.
Smarmy? What? Okay.
I recognize you,
she says. You do, I ask? It seems unlikely. I haven't been back here in so very long, and she's so very young. Maybe she's mistaken me for some celebrity. A singer? A writer? I have to snort at my own self-indulgence as if I look like a pop star.
Hey, Ed Sheeran just looks like some random guy from England.
Yeah. The girl nods briefly, her head barely moving, her long hair flutters in the breeze.
Yeah, from the funeral.
The funeral? Of course, the things she could have said I didn't expect.
Oh, it turns out I guess I'm related to you?
Long lost cousin.
Yeah, why did that cutscene need to exist?
Yeah, why was there just a transition there? Like,
was it so they could change the music background?
Maybe? I don't know.
No, don't do that.
That's strange. You knew my mother.
You mean Miss Crowther?
She asked, blinking. That would be my mother's maiden name. She kept it after she married Dad, though I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because Dad's last name is a little strange and people always pronounce it wrong. Evelyn Crowther. Most people called her Eve. Yeah, that was my mom, I say.
Oh.
There's a small silence. And then another random transition. The girl coils a strand of hair around one finger. Her light blue look at the horizon aimlessly. Eventually, I'm the one who has to speak. The silence feels too heavy, too abrasive.
Oppressive.
Oh, oppressive. Too overwhelming.
Did we need that extra transition there?
I think they're trying to make it look cinematic.
They could do it in a lot better of a way.
I didn't know you went to the funeral. I didn't see you, I say.
No, well, I'm not a family member. I sat in the back. I thought I might have been rude to turn up at all, but I don't suppose Miss Crowther would have minded.
Would have been more interesting if she was just an angel who fell from heaven or something.
She's still 14.
No, I don't suppose she would have.
She was beyond minding at that point, I think.
Yes, I'd say that's a reasonable statement.
She was my English teacher, you know.
She suddenly says. Ah, I say, nod in my head. I understand, it all makes sense now. I should have figured it out sooner when the girl started referring to my mother as Miss Crowther. That's an oddly stilted, overly formal way for a young girl to refer to anyone, unless that person is in a position of authority. I wonder if my mother's other students attended the funeral. I bet she was a popular teacher. She's always been so smiley. She doesn't get mad or upset very easily. At least she didn't, I think. I don't know. Did you like her, I ask?
I liked her a lot. She was very nice, kind.
I mean, either worked.
Yeah.
She was. The girl looks at me, her expression...
I can't imagine why.
What's...
Admonishing.
Admonishing.
I can't imagine why. She was, again, this. Yeah, I mean, you should know, she was your mother.
I laugh awkwardly, trying to avoid her gaze. I feel like a Yamcha. I guess I just wanted to know what her students thought of her. I was interested in a fresh perspective.
And you think that matters now? If you really wanted to know more about your mother, shouldn't you have tried to find out before she died?
She has a point, and her words are certainly pointed. I feel like I've been prickled by thorns. This girl with her furious frown.
I mean, basically.
And cold hard eyes. This girl who looks so much like Imogen Parker, it's uncanny, though she can't be Imogen. Who is she?
Probably her daughter.
Is it normal for a girl this young to talk so impudently to a man far older than she is? Doesn't she feel any shame? Didn't her parents raise her better? Jesus Christ.
Maybe her father abandoned her, and you are her father.
Maybe her bold attitude is a result of the internet.
Oh, good. Just what I need to hear.
Okay.
A fucking boomer saying that my generation is shit because they were born with the fucking internet. Great.
A whole generation of kids born into a land of silver screens and computer monitors. Yeah? What of it? iPods and iPads, they're the same thing. And I don't
They
know
are
what
not
else.
the same thing.
I've heard iPads being called iPods and
No.
iPods being called iPads, unless
No.
they are confusing me.
Yes. iPads are tablets. iPods are music players.
Okay.
Like, iPods literally can only play music. That's all they are. They are a music-only device.
Yeah, literally everybody I've talked to called them iPods or iPads, the touchscreen thing.
Yeah, and then they're completely different devices. iPads are like giant tablets. Yeah. iPods are tiny handheld devices with like 5 buttons.
Okay.
And iPhones are the mid-size in between.
Alright. I've never been very good with technology.
No, you aren't, younger bro. That's very clear by the fact that you don't know the difference between an iPod and an iPad.
I'm sorry I'm not around Apple devices, okay?
I'm holding an Apple device.
I don't give a damn, anyway. I guess that's true. I was just curious, I say.
I like Miss Crowther. She wasn't like the other teachers.
She says, frowning. She seems to do that a lot. I haven't seen her smile once. Maybe she doesn't have much to smile about. I don't really blame her. She does live in Wales.
You mispronounced Scotland.
Where was Scotland? Did I read Scotland?
No, I'm saying he said Wales and saying that they always frown because they live in Wales, and I said no, you mispronounced Scotland, which is which is well known for people constantly living with perpetual frowns all the time. Yeah. She said we could call her Eve. That's cool. None of the other teachers are that informal. And yet you are still ultra formal and call her Miss Crowther.
That sounds like Mom, alright. You know the interesting thing. So we have a thumbnail with this girl on it. There was one where you could actually see her face, and that design looked better than this one. Like I wasn't. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. We just can't get over.
Who is saying this? Nothing in this sentence implies who this saying this. You, the girl.
I don't know who's saying this.
I guess I'm gonna assume it's me. At the funeral, the priest kept calling her Evelyn. Nobody called her that.
That's what my sister said.
Okay, we got it right.
She thought it was disrespectful.
It was disrespectful. Human life's a very important thing. I think a priest of all people would be a little more considerate.
The girl looks riled up. It's the same kind of anger my sister showed yesterday during our all too excited game of Risk.
Nothing about Risk is exciting! It's the most boring fucking game in the universe!
I think that was sarcasm, but anyway. At least this girl doesn't cry. I wouldn't know how to deal with that. Patting her on the head would be too... infantilizing. Infantilizing?
Basically, making her look too like an infant.
Yes, but...
to become more infantile.
Hugging her would be out of the question.
Oh, infantilizing.
What were you studying in English?
English! She was studying English in English. What else do you study in English? It's the language!
Trying to change the subject, not because I'm really interested, but because I don't want her to burst into tears on me. I'm a coward, I know, a hopeless coward, but at least I'm upfront about it. Are you? That's more than most people could say.
We were doing a mice. So, what you meant was, what were you reading in English?
Okay, so, Of Mice and Men is a really good book and a very good movie. I did enjoy it, but look, pretty much everybody I know, once you hit high school and you're in English, you will read this book.
It's terrible.
By Steinbeck?
Is there any other?
I guess not. I'm just surprised, I say.
Why?
She asks. It's what I studied at school, too. You shouldn't be surprised by this.
Yeah, once a school picks a fucking book, they don't replace it until every damn copy of that book literally turns to ash.
And that was about, I frown trying to calculate the years in my head. Doing so is depressing. How did I get so old? 20 years ago? Jesus Christ. I'm surprised they haven't changed the syllabus.
Yeah, I guess this is still you.
The government's always fiddling around with the education system.
Pardon?
The girl tilts her head to one side. She looks confused. I guess she doesn't keep up to date with the news. I don't really blame her. It's mostly dull, dreary, and downright depressing. Still, she's a member of the so-called computer generation, isn't she? What are kids doing with the internet?
Porn, mostly.
And playing video games. How can they be so ignorant with information about almost everything in the world is available right at their fingertips?
Well, you see, Bob,
Nobody
some people
cares
don't
about the
give
news.
a shit.
Like, I don't keep track with...
I don't understand how this is a hard concept for you. Seeing as how you barely give a shit, how is it you don't understand that people don't care about history?
Like, I barely keep track of the political stuff, and I barely keep track of the news or even the weather.
Meanwhile, I'm the person who has an entire personal channel just for history YouTubers.
Right. Watching X Factor and uploading pictures of food onto their online blogs most likely.
Watches X Factor. My God.
I've thought about watching it, but
Also,
I just don't know what
blogs,
it is.
I think you mean their Instagram. You had few problems saying Facebook earlier. I think you could put Instagram.
Yeah, what is X Factor again? I know it's a show.
If I remember correctly, that's the one about, like, car racing.
It is?
Or maybe that's the other one. I don't know.
It's some show that we recognize.
I think that's the one that's the stupid one about, like, random challenges or something. I don't remember. It's stupid.
The government keeps talking about changing the education system, that's all. I thought they'd change the set text of courses too, I say. I say. This is you, I think.
Yeah, I'm honestly just waiting for a second. Oh, well, no matter how much...
Small pause.
Yes, no matter how much time passes, good literature will remain good literature. Oh!
Have you played Literature Club?
You have not been paying attention to any of the modern history, especially in, like, Texas.
All my exes
Even if they change how schools are run, they can't change the content of the stories we study. Oh, you sweet summer child. Yes, they can. They can, and they will ban your book.
That was a carefully measured response, and I thought my mother only taught students in the lower sets.
Lower grades.
Yeah, I think that's what they were meaning.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. I liked that story when I was young.
Me too. It was even more fun with Eve.
Why? What did she do?
She had funny voices when she read the story to us. It really brought it to life. This is a perfect tagline for Two Bros Game Night. Bringing visual novels to life with funny voices.
Oh.
Somebody clip this. In fact, here, I'm gonna clip this.
Have we even learned this girl's name yet?
No! We have no idea who she is. I'm betting that she's Imogen's daughter.
That seems what they're implying or something.
Just gonna take a photo of that.
She did that with me when I was a kid too. She always read books to me.
That must have been nice.
What?
You read books? I'd like that. Nobody reads books to me.
I don't know why you're confused by it, but okay.
What? What part of what
well,
part of that
when
seemed
he
confused?
said what, like they were on. Like,
maybe because it's a very strange thing to say of like, you know, I'm sure that it's nice having books read to you. And that's just kind of like a, wait, what?
I guess
it might not be a confused statement, more just like an exclamation of like confusion of where the fuck that came from.
Okay, maybe I'm still not sure about it. Anyway. Not your mother, your father.
This man is not able to pick up implications from a conversation that they're probably dead. Okay, or they're fucked off to Europe. I mean, they live in Europe, but they fucked off to Europe proper. Probably France or something. No, they're not around much.
Neglectful parents, is it? Maybe that's why this girl is sitting in my old moping spot all by herself. I'm curious, but I worry it would be rude to ask if it's none of my business.
You're a lucky person, you know?
She suddenly says. Her light blue eyes are almost eerily wide.
No, they're
more than eerily.
It feels like she's about to fucking stab you with a knife.
Yeah, I think I think what the problem is, they tried to make...
What the fuck are you thinking about hitting on this 14-year-old girl?
Anyways, I think the problem with the face is they made it look too realistic.
It's too realistic to look this anime.
Or the original anime look, I think, was a little better than...
Yeah, anime can get away with large eyes because it's artistfully done. Or artfully
yeah,
done.
This looks like this guy tried to make anime look like real life.
Yeah, it's like, let me take a photo of somebody and then make them look anime. And it's like, you can't really do that.
No. Anyway, excuse me, madam. Do you have a map? It's just, I got lost in your eyes.
Still 14.
This, the kind of thing no self-respecting adult should ever do, ever say, especially not to a teenage girl.
And yet you thought it anyways.
Why did I think of that anyway? Forget it. I'm pretty good at forgetting things. Cassandra said the official name for that is repetition.
Repression.
Sorry, repression. She said it wasn't healthy. I beg to differ. I like how all these visual novels have you thinking for quite some time.
Yep.
And to me, it's like, what are they doing? Are they just standing there?
Yep.
And then they go mute for a second and then start conversating
There's
again.
been visual novels that literally make jokes about that, too. Like, you know, you've been sitting there an awful long time without saying anything.
That's so great. Lucky, I ask you?
I think so. You have many things to be thankful for.
Like what?
Your family. You should cherish your family.
Yep. Mm-hmm. My mother died last week. She choked on him up.
I mean, that's, you know what? I think that's that's a fair blunt response. You know, I'd love to cherish my family. Unfortunately, my mother died by choking on a muffin, and I don't have an ability to comprehend how exactly to feel about that. There are worse ways to go than choking to death!
I don't know, that sounds pretty bad.
That's pretty bad!
She says it so casually it makes me blink. How would you know?
I just do. I've seen a lot of things.
Well, like horror
Clearly,
movies?
you've seen the fucking universe with your wide eyes.
Yeah, she has such wide eyes. Wide eyes, I wouldn't disbelieve it. Are you making fun of your art? Despite her... Grandiose claims, however, the fact remains that she's only a child.
No. This could still be an anime. She could be 150 years old.
Oh, now we get to what's your name.
Who the fuck are you?
The girl stares at me unblinkingly. The moment seems to last forever. How did my innocent quarry provoke such a long
even this game's complaining about the internal monologue of the other character.
Such a long string.
She's probably thinking right now, no, do I really want to tell him who I is?
Ellipses.
Who I am?
It's not like I asked her the circumference of the moon or the distance to the sun.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Like, I just met this guy.
Yeah, what a strange girl. What a strange man.
He just randomly came behind him, and I said, hey, I know your mom. And now here we are. Why the hell am I even considering telling him my name? Lily.
Oh, shocker. What?
Yes, we have a valley, and here is Lily.
What? Okay, so Lily of the Valley, she says.
In a field of Lily of the Valleys.
My
name is Lily.
Uh-huh.
You know, in this valley. Lily of the Valley.
Are you trying to reference something? It's a flower!
It's the flower that's behind me. I'm named after the flower. Oh no.
Oh, now we're home. Welcome home!
Uh-oh.
I did voice her correct.
Yes, but uh-oh.
Hey there, Hazel.
We're at the point where 18-year-old girl is going to become mother.
Oh, no. I shrug off my coat with a groan and place it on the stand by the kitchen door.
Did you bring the girl with you?
Maybe you imagined it. It's getting pretty late, around 7 or 8. I don't...
It's still light outside.
Know how I managed to pass so much time just walking. I guess walking and thinking. Meeting that girl is... Meeting that girl in my old brooding spot gave me a lot to think about.
Hold on, maybe she's dead.
I don't know why, but I keep playing our conversation over and over in my head. Over and over again. She knew my mother. It almost seems like she knew my mother better than I did.
Well, to be fair, she was in class with your mother for a year straight, and you've been away for 10 fucking years. At this point, she might actually know your mother better than you.
It's funny how this world works. Funny and a little bit depressing.
It's depressing because of your own fault.
The kitchen is in a state of disarray. Hazel stands by the cooker. That's funny. Frown on her face.
No, it's a pressure cooker. Like an actual, like, cooking device.
Well, for all I know, this is the stove in Britain.
Well, it actually could be that, too. It might actually be, like, the stove is called the cooker.
A frown on her face, crossly surveying a spot of...
A pot.
Pot of cooking pasta.
Yes, maybe I believe they do mean cooker as in the stove.
The stove, yeah. Okay. That is funny and great at the same time.
I mean, it does what it says on the board.
Maybe she's trying to prevent it from boiling over with the power of her mind.
I get the feeling not.
Wearing that apron, her hair tied up in that messy ponytail, she looks a little like a newly qualified primary school teacher, dazed and confused.
I like how your mind didn't go to newlywed wife. Which is clearly what the art designer was told to make.
No, back it up. I didn't know you could cook, Hazel. I think it's you.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, me.
I have one character! She's not here!
I'm tired. Anyway. Well, I do go to uni now. I kinda have to be able to cook.
Okay, first off, not only is that patently untrue, most universities have, you know, a restaurant on campus. Now to be fair, I live in the United States, and I'm pretty sure that's still true in the UK.
Anyway, that's what she said, but she doesn't sound very confident.
But you know what we are confident about? The fact that we are well over time and need to end the episode.
Okay, we'll go ahead and read this. Now you don't need to learn how to cook at uni.
No, that's you.
Now you don't need to learn how to cook at uni, I say, with a dismissive wave of none. Wave of
none hand.
Of the none hand. Just order pizza or make toasties. Isn't that what you do?
I mean, yeah. See, you know what? This man had a reasonable thought.
Anyway.
I don't like that. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. We will come back next time with even more of this character and his, like, sister / mother and his now girlfriend, who is not his girlfriend, who might also be like the daughter of his fucking
he is trying
crush.
to make an anime where the guy is just way older than the person he's dating.
Again, not legal.
Yeah, this one would be.
That's very much illegal. But that's beside the point. What is the point is, the future is very uncertain. What is certain is you guys are awesome, and there'll be more Two Bros Game Night tomorrow. See you then.
Goodbye.